Our I-Team told you about a woman who claimed to be a doctor while treating a cancer patient near the end of his life. Police and medical board complaints have been filed against Azalea Blalock, who is not a doctor. Blalock calls herself a doctor on a website that sells what she calls a health drink. Senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell took a closer look at that drink, which is called gkChlorophyll. Can't wait to hear about this.
That's the name of it, Russ. And Azalea Blalock says the drink she calls gkChlorophyll benefits just about everything from acne to cancer. Now, we had to check that out.
What chlorophyll does is it cleanses the blood.
Azalea Blalock is right at home, pitching her homemade sun-brewed gkChlorophyll. The I-Team ordered a bottle of it from her webpage. We went undercover to pick it up. She was happy to sing its praises.
I had cancer, ovarian cancer when I was 21. I'm 52 now.
Wow.
And so that's how I got better, was through the chlorophyll.
No way.
Yeah.
gkChlorophyll is kudzu, chickweed, peppermint, wheatgrass, and cilantro, according to its label. She insists it works wonders.
Kudzu does the liver, because the liver has 500 functions. And so what it does is it repairs the liver. Wheatgrass takes the toxins out the body. Cilantro takes the heavy metals.
All for $50 a gallon.
This is Dr. Green, so Azalea holistic practitioner.
She calls herself Dr. Green Soul Azalea on her webpage and social media.
Welcome, this is Dr. Green, so Azalea.
But there's no record of her being any kind of doctor with the Georgia Medical Board.
I thought that she was a doctor because that's the way she introduced herself.
The I-Team has already told you how Valerie Hamlin feels Azalea conned her and her husband out of $22,000. Mike had stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Valerie says Azalea told them she was a doctor and tried a variety of holistic treatments on Mike. Why do you tell people you're a doctor?
Because I am.
Azalea later texted us to say she never claimed to be a medical doctor. I am holistic healer based on ecclesiastical law.
She played with my husband's life.
Valerie says once she learned Azalea was not a licensed medical doctor in Georgia, she took her husband back home to Michigan. He died soon after. Valerie filed a police report stating Azalea Blalock told her she could treat cancer patients, but she found out that the suspect was not a real doctor. And Mike's nurse, Latrice Ellis, seen in this video taken by Azalea Blalock, also filed a formal complaint with the Georgia Medical Board, accusing Azalea Blalock of practicing medicine without a license.
This is Dr. Green, so Azalea.
Calling herself Dr. Azalea, she also heavily promotes her gkChlorophyll drink on social media. The drink's label says it's good for almost everything: blood cleanser, immune builder, tumors, hair growth, pain, cancer, libido, diabetes, heart, kidneys, on, even acne.
First of all, there is very limited research that supports the benefits of it.
The wild claims were no surprise to Suzanne Grasso. The registered dietitian and nutritionist has seen exaggerated claims about liquid chlorophyll all over social media. It bothered her so much she made a TikTok video telling people if they want more chlorophyll in their diets, eat more green vegetables.
Vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, fiber.
The video's been viewed 5 million times.
I would not recommend this product. I would, recommend having a balanced diet full of fruits and vegetables, drinking your water, getting some, movement every day. That's actually is more important than drinking this gallon of nonsense.
So what's in it? There are ingredients on the label, but we wanted to make sure and decided to get it tested. Specifically, we wanted to know how much chlorophyll is in gkChlorophyll. Well, the answer was quite a surprise. As it turns out, not much at all. In fact, the lab wrote us back to say the data shows there is essentially no chlorophyll in the product. We told Azalea Blalock what the lab found, and she texted us to say there is nothing but the herb plant itself used in the product. Fresh, the chlorophyll is the plant. She also sent pictures of gkChlorophyll customers.
We all have friends or family or parents that have told you, if it's too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true.
Dr. Warner Huh is a renowned cancer specialist. He told us, in his experience, it's not unusual for late-stage cancer patients to turn to alternative treatments at the end, looking for a miracle.
It just hurts my soul to see people be, at a time where they should be vulnerable, that people sometimes take advantage of it. And I think that there are some individuals who are somewhat unscrupulous that take advantage of that. I think it really hurts to see that.
Now, the medical board told us they were aware of our report on Azalea Blalock, claiming to be a doctor, but would not comment any further. Russ?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with the doctor at the end. I mean, on one hand, you want to roll your eyes. I'm not the least bit shocked there's no chlorophyll in it, and Popeye had the right thing, just eat your spinach. But she's taking advantage of people who are desperate.
You know,
it seems.
That's what it seems like. That's what it certainly seems like to Valerie Hamlin and other people that we talked to that were involved in that whole case with Valerie Hamlin. There was an expectation of care when someone tells you they're a doctor.
Yeah.
And then she's not. I mean, she's just not. She's finally admitted that to us. And so I think it was very disappointing to a lot of the people involved.
Yeah, disappointing is a good word. Dale, thanks.